have mercy. You guys know I've been waiting on this one. Now, we obviously have a GTS and a Trofeo Levante, both sporting that twin turbo Ferrari V8 coming. But this is the next best thing. The 2019 Maserati Levante Nerissimo GranSport SQ4. Big mouthful of words there for a name, but I'll explain all of that in a moment. I just gotta let you guys take a look at this. Now, we did do a little sneak preview of this car, or this SUV, shall I say, getting unwrapped. The Maserati of SUVs. Now we have it here on the lot, and I'm able to take you guys inside of it, all around it, explain everything about this SUV, and hopefully you guys fall in love with it just as I have in this few short moments of being around this car. So what's good, guys? It's Ron's Rides. I'm at Maserati Alfa Romeo of Daytona Beach, and let's take a deep dive into the 2019 Maserati Levante GranSport. Now let's talk about this Maserati engine. You're looking at a top speed of 164 miles per hour and a 0 to 60 in 5 seconds flat. Your max torque is going to be 428 foot-pounds of torque, and that's going to be at 5,000 to 4,500 RPM of max torque. You see the blue shield? That means you're looking at 424 horsepower in this twin turbo 3-liter V6. The Maserati Levante GranSport starts at $91,980 US. For this car, you're looking at 19.4 cubic feet of space. You have a curb weight of 4,649 pounds. You're looking at 197 inches in length. You're looking at 78 inches in width. And you're looking at 66 inches in height. Now this GranSport is fitted with a couple of additional options. The $290 Climate Pack, which is heated rear seats and heated washer nozzles. You also have stuff like the kick sensor, the Nerissimo Pack, the 20-inch wheels that are staggered, the sport steering wheel. You also have the high gloss metal net trim, and you have the yellow brake calipers with the climate package. In the GranSport model, you are going to get the big, comfortable sport seats, which just look incredible. You also get that sport steering wheel as well. Now, we're used to seeing these options in the Quattroportes and Ghiblis, but now for 2019, they have a GranSport Levante, which is new to the fleet. You also, for 2019, get the new gear select that we have been looking at in previous videos for the Ghibli and the Quattroporte. 2-track system, a lot like the BMW system or Alpha system for this ZF transmission. You also have a nice big touchscreen there, but you also have knobs for your infotainment to control it there. Now, coming to the rear of the Levante, you're getting that same treatment in the back. The sport seat treatment, that looks phenomenal. You have your cigarette lighter port, which this is still a standard in the Italian vehicles, along with your USB ports. They can be covered just by simply doing that. Down the center, you do have your armrest with cup holders. This is a new vehicle, so you will still have plastic where the cup holders used to be. Now, this is the new cup holder style. No more flippy doors for this. You also get a center feed through the middle. Feeds things such as your golf clubs, anything like that that is longer than the width of the boot. Nothing too crazy, nothing too special in the rear of the car. Could be spruced up a little bit depending on what kind of options you put on the leather, but it's there. Wish it had a little bit more as far as the climate controls and everything, as far as presentation in the back. Pretty bland compared to the up front, but it does fit you comfortably. Now I'm going to step inside. I am 5'11". I'll step right over the Maserati door sill. Okay, so you got to step up a little bit. You got to make some room to get your leg up there, but you have decent space. This is probably a seat position where a driver would normally sit. This might be a little bit further back, but as you can see, You have plenty of room in the back for me being 5'11". I'll change the camera view here so you can kind of see the space. I am wiggling, but I'm barely grazing the back of the seat. This is my headspace here. You see I have plenty of headspace right on top of this Alcantara headliner with the huge panoramic roof to go with it, which we'll open up later. On the door here, you have nothing but your window and your lock switches here. Aluminum door handle and trim with the high gloss metal trim. You also have your seat warmers, which are right down here. And you have your Harman Kardon speaker there. Now with that 19.4 cubic feet of space in the rear, underneath, you do have a way to store things. Nice storage compartment here. You do have this hook here. This hook will go right here. I'm gonna do this with one hand. It's gonna go right here, and it's gonna hold up that compartment. With both hands, you'll grab each handle here. I'm gonna do it by this here because I'm doing this one-handed. And underneath, you'll find your spare tire, your tire inflate kit, your jack, and your tools, along with your battery. And you have your license plate, front license plate bracket tucked under there. That's what's underneath. You can go ahead and put this back down. You have to fit it correctly to where it's flush here, or this will sit wrong. So we'll put this back, we'll Velcro it back here, and we'll put it down. Now you do have a 60-40 rear folding seat. Okay, so you do have 60% on the driver's side and 40% on the passenger side. 12-volt plug-in this way. Close and lock for your trunk. You can also use the key fob to close your trunk. Also, you can use your kick sensor, motion out, to open and close your trunk. You also have a button up front to do so as well. We're gonna use the button here to close it safely. You get your warning beeps out of the proximity, and there you have it. Now you do have your seat controls here. Forward, backward, raising up, going down, and your backrest with lumbar here. On the door here, you do have your mirrors. Fold them in, change your left mirror and move it which direction you want. Change your right mirror and move it which direction you want. Your window switches, window lock, and your door locks. Also have your memory seats here, and another Harman Kardon speaker here with your aluminum door handle and high gloss trim. Now one thing you'll know about Maserati doors, one, they are very heavy. They are solid because they are steel. Two, there's no preset door hinge, which means if somebody parks close to you, you can inch your door out safely without having to open the door to certain presets. So I can open it and stop it wherever I want. Now obviously you're not gonna park next to other people because you know people can be real D-bags and they can park close to you, or even if you park far away, they see this car and they're gonna wanna park right next to it because they wanna be annoying. Well, you do have the option to open the door wherever you see fit, as you see me doing here. You also have your passive entry. You put your fingers here, doors will unlock, and you will be ready to go. You see, we do have the dual pane windows. As you can see, they are super thick. I'm not sure how well you can pick that up on the camera, but those are the dual pane glass windows. Good for sound deadening, just in case you're not trying to rip it up at every moment of the day and you want to kind of be nonchalant. You can do that with these windows here. You'll also notice that these are pillarless windows. So if I put the window down here, the frame is without the pillar. The pillar is fixed to the vehicle. So if I pull the door, there are no pillars sitting here. It sits right there with the frame of the vehicle, which looks really nice when you do have the window down. Not to be biased, but in my eyes, Maserati has one of the best key fobs in the game. They had this key fob before. Ferrari did change to this style key fob. It's very solid, very heavy. Anybody who has held one of these or owned one knows exactly what I'm talking about. These things are bricks, but it feels like quality. It's not cheapy plastic. It's a nice metal finish. It looks really good and it's super simple. You have your unlock, you have your lock, you have your trunk release and your remote start, and then you have your button here. You press here to slide out the physical key. This thing is just super simple, super clean. Now we'll step inside of that 2019 Maserati Levante GranSport and look at this beautiful interior, kind of go over a few things for you guys. Now this is equipped with the driver assistance package. A good way you'll know is you see all those buttons there. All right, if you do not have those driver assistance package buttons, you do not have that technology. So you have everything here, your cruise control, highway assist, hill descent. I mean, everything's set up right there for you. On the side here, you have your voice commands, you have your hands-free for the phone. You also have your menu buttons to do and scroll through your menu on your speedometer there. All right, you have your signature Maserati clock sitting up that way. Feels like it's come standard in a lot of vehicles these days, but Maserati's been doing it for a long time. You do have your touchscreen here, which we'll check out in just a second. There's a full run through of the 2019 Maserati Touch Control Plus video that I have. Check that out as well if you want a full rundown. Your AC controls there, HVAC controls. You have all that set up there for you. All right. Underneath this high gloss trim, if you guys can see it there. All right, SD card, aux cable, USB, and a little extra stowage there. Just a nice little spot to stow a couple of things. You have your cup holders hidden here. And you have the older style cup holders set up to where the GranLusso, Quattroporte, and Ghibli's, and GranSport, Quattroporte, and Ghibli's have the new setup for the cup holders. Super flush up top, no door. Here, you have the cigarette lighter with the cup holders. We did talk about that new gear select system. We've went over that a couple of times as well. Same here with the traction off button, your off-road button, your ice, your sport, and your dampers for your suspension. All right, off-road button is new here. So this is a new button that they actually have a physical button for that. And then you have your toggles for your infotainment system, your hazards, and you can control your air suspension and ride height just by using this toggle here. Parking brake there, electric parking brake. Inside you do have your armrest, opens right up. Deep down in there you're gonna find plastic because again the car is new. So it still has a little plastic down there. And you have cup holders that are made for toddler cups because that's a little too small for anybody to really fit anything. And then you also have a 180 watt plug down that way. Aluminum pedals underneath me with the Maserati insignia there. You see those there that come with most of the Maseratis. You do have your light switches here. Push in for your fog lights. Your fog lights are normally engaged when your full headlight setup is on, whether it's automatic or turned on. Then you press the fog lights, they will appear. Your start stop button, which we'll press now. Bring the Maserati to life. Now let's talk about the Nerissimo package on this Levante, because normally in our Nerissimo packages we have black cars, so it's normally all blacked out. This is the first non-black Nerissimo package car we've had, so it really stands out when this package is all put together with the GranSport package. So one thing you'll notice is the wheels. Well, these are already a matte wheel, so since we have these wheels, it's going to come in this color regardless. Now if you had any other color, it would be done in gloss black with the Nerissimo package. This is a 20-inch staggered matte wheel with Scorpion, Verde, Pirelli all-season tires. And you gotta love those big Brembo brakes with the yellow calipers and the Maserati script right on top of those. But yeah, normally you would get a gloss black. You see in our 2019 Nerissimo had the gloss black 21-inch titanium wheels. This one here has the matte wheels because that's how these wheels come. It does have the beautiful blue trident right up there in the center as well. Looks perfect. GranSport badge right there on the side. Looks phenomenal. Painted door handles, which normally you'll see them done in chrome on the Maseratis, to match here the portholes. and chrome, but now you have the painted white door handles, which looks really good actually. It really blends in a lot better. I think maybe it's not too gaudy with all the chrome everywhere. Same with the Nerissimo package, blacking out the window surround, the window moldings, all done in black for that, okay? And then your black roof rails there as well. Takes away from the chrome, gives it a lot sportier look. You also have your black mirror caps there as well. So that package is really put together well as far as the side profile goes. Okay, so we'll kind of take a look at it. And it's just a great looking profile. Now for up front, this is where it really gets crazy because it's changed a lot for the Levante. This is pretty much a GranSport. Any GranSport you'll see as far as the Ghibli or the Quattroporte will look just like this, but in a sedan form. Looking at this in an SUV form, it's even bigger. Everything's on larger scale. You know, even bigger front grille, functional grille there, all right? Even bigger front grille here with the Trident. And the Trident is big because of the fact that it has the driver assistance package. Technology is packed in there, so you do have the bigger Trident as well. The bigger side vents here as well. Everything's just large. And then you have those nice fog lights with the black surround to go with the package up front. I mean, everything's blacked out. It just looks so aggressive, so mean, so clean, classy, just everything in one. You cannot say that this does not look good. I don't care who you are. This is just a phenomenal spec. With this GranSport model, you're also getting the painted spoiler for the Levante. Yes, the Levante has a spoiler. You probably didn't know, but it is right here, and it is body match painted. You also have the black side pieces here and gloss black to go with that GranSport trim. Coming from the rear though, let's talk about the rear. Look at that diffuser. Look at those exhaust pipes. Matte black exhaust pipes with the Nerissimo package, more aggressive body lines, and a gloss black diffuser right down the center there. This is just really, like I said, it's aggressive, it's sporty, it's everything that the GranSport should be. If you have sport in the name of your vehicle, then what do you expect? This is what it's all about. Classic Maserati insignia there. We do have the Levante lettering there. And SQ4, S having the 424 horsepower variant, Q4 being the all-wheel drive. And you do have those signature LED taillights that I will have turned on in just a moment here. LED headlamps with the fog lights. You're gonna see the refresh rate on the LED running lights there, so that's why they're flashing. I mean, incredible. We'll walk around, look at those LED taillights. They've been the same for years, but they're always cool to look at because they look cool. And you do see the fog light in the rear as well. The Levante has the fog lights in the rear and up front, to where the Quattroporte and the Ghibli, just fog lights in the rear, just as you see there. I mean, that idle is just something else. Maserati, you know they're known for their sound. This thing proves it. So the GranSport package on the Maseratis, it doesn't change your performance, you know, your powertrain or your transmission or nothing like that. What it is an aesthetic package. It changes stuff like your steering wheel, like your sport seats. It does things like your exterior packages where your rear diffuser is more aggressive, your front bumper is more aggressive, your badging, your side skirts, stuff like that. But it doesn't change anything as far as your drivability. You're still getting the same amount of horsepower unless it's an S or an SQ4. You're still getting the sport mode that opens up the valves and makes things a lot more fun, okay? But there's nothing that really changes as far as what the vehicle is able to do. Everything is pleasing as far as, you know, seeing the black window trim and the black roof rails and all that kind of stuff is great. But, you know, sport doesn't mean sport suspension or sport powertrain and stuff like that. You do get the skyhook suspension though with a lot of these cars as well. So if you have the skyhook suspension option, that will include these dampers right here that will do a little something for the ride. Now, speaking of the ride, let's go check out the ride height and see it in action, see it lower and see it raise, so you can see the air suspension work just at the drop of a dime. You do have your steering wheel adjustment knob here, so I can bring the steering wheel closer to me, or I can move it up and down. Right now I'm pulling it towards me, and now I'll push it away from me. You see it? All right, now let's move it up and down. We'll go down first, and then we'll go up. Pretty simple, right? So I've always said this, I always feel like there's a break-in period with the Maserati exhaust. Yes, they sound great from the factory right off the bat, but after they're used for a little bit longer, and the exhaust is really put through its paces, it gets a lot louder. I feel like it does after owning my 15 Ghibli I had for a year, and then now my current Ghibli I've had for almost 3 years. I feel like it's a lot louder than the stock exhaust, you know, right off the bat. But I don't think that, you know, that has anything to do with Maserati and if they've actually, you know, detuned the exhaust or anything. I don't think that's a real thing. I think that these are just a lot more, you know, refined right to begin with, and then once you really break them open and break them loose, then they just sound like a bat out of hell. As you guys know, Maserati did go for electric steering for 2018. So 2018s and 2019 models will have the level 2 autonomous driving. So instead of having a hydraulic steering wheel, you're now going to have an electric steering wheel. I mean, it feels a little different than the hydraulic, but coming from that, you might not notice as much. Only when the driver's safety is kicking in, when you'll really notice how loose and how much play you have with the steering. That's one of those things that you'll notice. Right now I'm on the driver assistance screen, but I can change which screen I'm on just by pressing this menu here. Now you'll see our drive mode is normal. Okay, our vehicle info for our tire pressures, and we have our speed there. We have our vehicle settings. We have our stored messages. Stored messages is say if you get a check oil light, or you get a service vehicle light, or low battery, something light. You can check all the issues that your car has displayed in the stored messages information there, so you don't have to worry about starting the car, you know, turning it on and off, so you can see exactly what's wrong with it for it to display. You also have the radio there, the start-stop mode. It is not ready because my seatbelt is unbuckled. I need to buckle my seatbelt in order for start-stop to get there. Now, I don't want start-stop anyways. If you don't want it, just turn on sport mode, voila. Or you can press a button to turn it off on the infotainment screen. Also have your trip there, fuel economy, and you can go deeper into this. Like I said, I've done this before. I've also showed you guys the Maserati touch control system as well. So there are videos where I deep dive into these if you want to check them out and just see all of the different things you can do for 2019. It's just in general, I go in depth, complete video to that. I'll link the video to the Maserati touch control system, and I'll link the video to the Gran Lusso drive as well, so you can get a little bit of everything. But I mean, this system pretty much I've explained a couple of times, so definitely take a look at those videos if you want to figure this out. All right guys, here's your favorite part of the video, the price. You are looking at what I mentioned earlier, the MSRP of $91,980 to start with the GranSport models. After all is said and done with the options here, you're looking at $98,625 for this specific GranSport package. You have your additional options there, like that Nerissimo package with $790, like the 20-inch wheels for an extra $300, which is not bad. The high gloss metal trim, $1,690. Okay, here we are. Bianco exterior, Netto interior. Transmission Germany, final assembly in Italy, and your engine in Italy, country of origin, Italy. Of course, you guys knew that. GranSport 424 horsepower, twin turbo V6, skyhook dampening suspension, all-wheel drive. These are your options standard for this car. See if you guys can pause the video if you need to look a little closer. And then, like I said, with those additional options there, we do have a destination charge, $1,195. Preparation and delivery, $300. That is your fuel economy on premium fuel, 15 city, 21 highway, combined 17 city and highway, 5.9 gallons per 100 miles. And that's what you'll spend. What do you guys think of the Levante S GranSport? What do you guys think about the 2019 Maserati Levante GranSport SQ4 Nerissimo? I mean, this car, you can do anything with it spec-wise. The Ad Persona program is just amazing with Maserati. I mean, stuff like the Skyhook performance suspension, the intelligent Q4 all-wheel drive system, the 5-way active air suspension. These are just phenomenal SUVs. These are the Maserati of SUVs, as they would say. But I want to know what you guys think. Are you guys as excited as I am to see something like this? And does that put you in more of a mood to check out the Trofeo and GTS that are coming to us soon? Very soon. Guys, you gotta stay subscribed to see those videos when they come out. But I want to know what you guys think about this one. Definitely comment down below. What do you think? Would you take this spec just like this? Is it too much money? Or would you go with a different spec? I want to know what you guys think in the comments below. Definitely check out the phone number. You guys gotta call about this thing and see what you think. If you're gonna try to get it, come get it. We probably won't get too many of these, and this may not be on the lot for long. Definitely check the social media links below. Patreon, appreciate you guys helping me out there and donating. Social media, you know, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. Check out the floor mats that we got for the Maseratis, everything down there. And check out the website. We got a website specifically for you guys, just so you can buy these cars from me. So if you guys are trying to do business or even just trying to link up and come see them, get a hold of me. Guys, this has been Ron's Rides. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. With that said, I'm gonna let you guys just enjoy this view. I'll talk to you in the next one, guys. We'll see you then. Peace.